Buongiorno, abbiamo con noi un altro rappresentante sempre della Cosmetics Europe, il signor Bertil Heerink, che è il signore che è proprio The Personal Care Association. Lui si occupa proprio della parte, diciamo, quella più tecnica. E sempre con noi la giornalista class Manuela Rossi. Prego.
Ben ritrovata. So, let's talk about what's behind the final product, the final beauty product. Let's talk about how important is Europe right now in terms of innovation, in terms of technology and consumer care.
Well, the cosmetics industry is a very technical, innovation-driven industry with a very high level of research and development. The European cosmetics industry is by far the biggest part of the global share, so the European market is bigger than the US and Japan together. So there's an enormous, strong drive on research and development to keep that market and to be there everywhere in the world. So our association, Cosmetics Europe, is the voice of all that industry together. We have all these companies, big multinational players, small and medium-sized enterprises, which you also see here across. They're all the national pavilions, the French pavilion, the German, the Spanish. They all are member and all in the European network which we represent. So innovation, research, development is very key to the success of our industry, which is an enormous technological project.
And I believe communication has a great role as well.
Well, you see it also when you are here. Communicating with the consumer is the key to success. The consumer expects more and more, higher expectations, so you really need to communicate well. You have to explain what you do, what is behind the project, what is behind the products, and how the consumer can profit best. You see that the consumer is a more and more individual consumer. You have to really target them very well, and you have to make sure that you really satisfy their needs. So to explain this, to find out what they want, is really an art in itself. Communication for us is very, very important.
And how important are new media, the social media, and having an actual conversation with your consumers?
Well, it's like with any industry which is fast-moving consumer goods, which is close to the consumer. Social media, Twitter, Facebook are important. You see that all our companies, big and small, are very much active in the social media. If there is a new product launch, you see already that there is an immediate reaction in social media. So we all are very active. It's new to a certain extent because you cannot really cover everything. But it is a sort of barometer on how people see our products and how they see our industry.
So speaking of new, I know there's a new regulation in terms of your industry.
Yes. Well, the cosmetics industry is like pharmaceuticals and chemicals, a very densely regulated industry. And in a few weeks from now, in June, July, we'll have a single piece of regulation across the European Union, so 27 countries, one law for everyone, which is new, and it is a very innovative law. It has a very high level of flexibility. It allows us to, without doubt, to continue to innovate in a good manner. But it will also be a signal to the rest of the world how we in the European Union deal with a high level of consumer protection and how we deal with the internal single market. So if this is all well handled, we have a very powerful tool, also internationally, to establish our position in terms of consumer protection and our license to operate.
So in conclusion, what are your objectives and hopes for the future?
Our objective is to keep our role as the global market leader. Our objective is as well to make sure that consumers enjoy safe and innovative products. Our objective is as well that people understand what is behind our industry and that it is a very healthy and very responsible industry which creates a lot of well-being and self-esteem, a lot of joy in daily life.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ringraziamo ancora una volta il signor Bertil Heerink e la nostra giornalista Manuela Rossi.